Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, dog, cats, and squirrels, or anybody who might want to listen to an old man like me. Hello, world. Hello, money. Hola, dinero. Hola, mundo. All right, all my landmarker fans out there who love landmarkers and chase them like I do, man. Every time I see a landmarker, I break for a landmarker. Stop playing. Guys, you're in for a treat. I found a gentleman that I'd never heard about in my life. And man, this young man was powerful in Lexington, Kentucky. And I don't want to spoil the story. I'm going to share the story by reading the story so I can read it properly and bring these people back to life. I never heard of this gentleman. I'm 68 years old, love history, but never heard of this guy who created a lot of history and broke some barriers here in Lexington, Kentucky. Powerful, powerful individual, man. And I went and got that landmark and was over at the University of Kentucky where this guy's located. And it was a phenomenal landmarker. Man, just gave me chills to know what this guy had to go through and the struggles that he went through and being successful and breaking a lot of barriers so that a guy like me was able to go forward, go to the military and get education, things of this nature. But I don't want to spoil it, guys. Oh, my goodness. We turned to talk about a young man by the name of Lyman T. Johnson. Yes, sir. And let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. And afterwards, we're going to go over to the site where it all started at the University of Kentucky. All right? So let's get started, guys. And you know I'm your host, Gerald Costello. Hello, world. Hello, money. Hola, dinero. Hola, mundo. Okay, Lyman T. Johnson was an influential figure in the civil rights movement and made significant contributions to the advancement of education and equality. Here are some interesting tidbits about Lyman T. Johnson. I live for tidbits. Pioneering lawsuit. In 1948, Lyman T. Johnson filed a groundbreaking lawsuit against the University of Kentucky, seeking admission to its graduate program in education. He challenged the university's policy of racial segregation, arguing that it violated the 14th Amendment of the United States Constitution. The case, known as Lyman T. Johnson versus the University of Kentucky, marked the first legal challenge to segregation in higher education in Kentucky. Victory in court. Lyman T. Johnson's lawsuit against the University of Kentucky was ultimately successful. In 1950, the Kentucky Court of Appeals ruled in his favor, stating that the university's policy of segregation was unconstitutional. This landmark decision helped pave the way for desegregation in higher education institutions in Kentucky and had implications for civil rights struggles nationwide. Did you know? Educational contributions. Lyman T. Johnson was not only an advocate for desegregation, but also made significant contributions to education. He served as a teacher, principal, and administrator in the Louisville public school system for over 40 years. Johnson was dedicated to improving education opportunities for African American students and worked tirelessly to promote equal access to quality education. Did you know? Community leadership. In addition to his work in education, Lyman T. Johnson was actively involved in the civil rights movement and community leadership. He co-founded the Louisville chapter of the National Urban League and served as its president. Johnson also played a key role in organizing protests and demonstrations against racial discrimination and segregation in Louisville. Did you know? Legacy and recognition, baby. Here we go. Lyman T. Johnson's contribution to the civil rights movement and education have been widely recognized and celebrated. In 2010, the University of Kentucky unveiled a life-size bronze statue of Johnson on campus to honor his role in desegregating the university. The Lyman T. Johnson African American Cultural Center at the University of Kentucky is also named in his honor, serving as a hub for promoting diversity, inclusion, and cultural understanding on campus. And last but not least, guys, Lyman T. Johnson's courageous actions and dedication to equality in education have left a lasting impact on civil rights history in Kentucky and beyond. His efforts helped break down barriers and open doors for future generations of students and activists fighting for racial justice and equal opportunities. I didn't know anything about the gentleman, guys, but I do now. And I just love traveling all around the world and discovering landmarks, because I learn something new every day. And it's just exhilarating. I mean, truly, truly exhilarating for a guy like me, because I love history. Love it. And what better way than to capture it through a roadside landmarker, man, because they embody the most important part of what happened at that time, at that place. And that landmarker, the most important part, they embodies it on that landmarker. And it's Lyman T. Johnson, man. Wow, you know, he was trying to be admitted into the school, had good education, had the records to get in, but segregation was so deep and they wouldn't allow a black man in the school. And so he had to go to the Supreme Court, which he won the case, which was a great, great story. Okay, so I hope you got something out of that, and all my fans around the world, man, I hope you get something out of it, but we're not through. We're right now in the pipe. Got my coffee. Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Got my coffee over at the brewing station. I got my coffee, my tangerines. We're gonna jump on this bus. For those that live a long ways, we're gonna be driving to Lexington, Kentucky today, or the University of Kentucky. We're gonna read that landmark of Lyman T. Johnson, baby. Right there at the University of Kentucky. Stop playing on Hilltop Drive. You better stop playing with me. So guys, buckle up. It's really, really cold. Make sure you got your sweater, coat, some gloves, some mittens, things for your ears, because it's really brutal cold here in Lexington, Kentucky. So get here safe, and I guys meet you at the University of Kentucky at the landmark of 401 Hilltop Drive. All right, see you there.
Lyman T. Johnson Hall. And I can't find his landmark. Oh, I just found it. I just found his landmarker. I just found it. Okay, so we at Lyman T. Johnson Hall, and this is the address, 340 Hilltop Drive, and I just found his landmarker. Took me about 4 hours looking for this little bitty landmarker, but I found it. I found it. Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're here on the site at the University of Kentucky, and this is Lyman T. Johnson, who was born 1906, 1997, and he was born in Columbia, Missouri. Okay, and this is the educator and civil rights leader. Lyman T. Johnson led the fight for the desegregation of University of Kentucky, a Tennessee native. He was an educator in the Louisville public schools for 40 years and served as the president of the Louisville NAACP. UK awarded Johnson an honorary degree in 1979. Class of 1999, Kentucky Historical Society, 2022. This is Lyman T. Johnson, guys. I'm sitting here at the University of Kentucky, sitting here with Lyman T. Johnson. Let's see what we got on the other side. It might probably be the same side of the marker, but we'll find out. Okay, this is the segregation part of it. The segregation of UK. In 1948, Lyman T. Johnson filed suit for admission to the University of Kentucky. In March of 1949, federal judge H. Church Ford ruled in Johnson's favor, and that summer nearly 30 black students entered UK graduate and professional programs. Undergraduate classes desegregated in 1954. The class of 1999 erected this statue, and it's the Kentucky Historical Society. Okay, so we're going to get a better picture and a better view. I'm going to start all over again, guys. Desegregation of UK. Here we go. In 1948, Lyman T. Johnson filed suit for admission to UK. In March 1949, federal judge H. Church Ford ruled in Johnson's favor, and that summer, nearly 30 black students in the University of Kentucky graduate and professional programs. Undergraduate classes desegregated in 1954. Class of 1999, Kentucky Historical Society. Hey, Mr. Lyman T. Johnson, thank you, man, for your contributions, and you'll never be forgotten. And you're going to be relived and relived on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Lyman T. Johnson, for our freedom, our democracy, and our liberty. Thank you so much.